Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting and unbelievable story from the world of rare coins, where tiny pieces of metal can hold the kind of value that can change lives forever. And today we are diving into the incredible and mind-blowing case of the 2004 1-cent coin that has stunned collectors and experts around the globe. A coin that has been valued at an astonishing $41 million because of its extraordinary errors, rare minting mistakes, and the fascinating mysteries that make it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. This is not just another coin story, it's a tale of hidden details, minting anomalies, and rare circumstances that turned an ordinary 2004 Lincoln cent into an artifact of immense worth. Many people glance over pennies without a second thought, but imagine if that small copper coin sitting in your pocket could be worth more than the most luxurious mansion. The 2004 1-cent coin, at first glance, looks just like every other Lincoln penny minted in the Denver or Philadelphia mints that year, featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But when examined closely by numismatists and professional graders, this particular piece revealed a set of shocking errors that no one had seen before, making it a 1 in a billion specimen. Experts believe that several factors combined to make this coin so valuable, starting with an extremely rare double-die obverse that shows Lincoln's profile duplicated slightly, creating a faint but visible doubling of the inscriptions "Liberty" and the motto "In God We Trust." This type of doubling is caused when the coin dice strikes the planchette more than once but not perfectly aligned, and while minor doubling can happen on many coins, this one displayed such clear and dramatic duplication that it immediately caught the attention of error collectors worldwide. Another reason this 2004 penny skyrocketed in value is because of a fascinating off-metal strike, meaning it was mistakenly minted on a planchette meant for a foreign coin or for a different denomination altogether. Some experts have speculated that the planchette used could have been a transitional leftover, perhaps a zinc-coated or brass planchette that didn't match the composition standards of 2004 pennies. This mix of metals resulted in a different weight and color tone that could be noticed under magnification, giving the coin an unusual luster that instantly distinguished it from normal issues. In addition to the metal composition and doubling error, what really took this coin's fame to another level was the presence of an astonishing off-center strike, where the design is shifted dramatically toward one side, leaving part of the blank planchette visible on the other. Normally, mint quality control would catch and discard such coins before they ever leave the facility, but somehow, this one slipped through the cracks, got released into circulation, and later found by a collector who initially thought it was just a strange damaged penny. After being authenticated and graded by experts at top organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, it was given a special error designation and one of the highest rarity grades possible. The combination of multiple minting mistakes, double die, off-metal composition, and off-center strike made it a perfect storm of numismatic rarity. But the intrigue doesn't end there. This 2004 penny also showed signs of a die crack running along the rim of the coin, forming what collectors affectionately call a cut error, where a piece of the die breaks off during the striking process, leaving an odd raised blob or ridge on the finished coin. That kind of error alone can increase a coin's value significantly, but when combined with so many other anomalies, it turns the piece into something truly one of a kind. Imagine all of these mistakes, the doubling, the off-metal strike, the off-center design, the die crack, all occurring on a single coin. The odds of that happening are astronomically low, which is exactly why this coin has fetched offers exceeding $41 million at private auctions and collector showcases. Every imperfection tells a story of how unpredictable the minting process can be, and how even a single error at the right moment can turn a simple coin into a national treasure. What's fascinating is that the 2004 penny era was supposed to be one of the most stable periods in U.S. coin production. The mint had implemented advanced quality control systems, automated checks, and digital imaging to prevent such mistakes, yet somehow this particular coin defied all odds and survived the minting line, escaped detection, and entered circulation only to resurface years later as one of the most famous coins in modern history. Some numismatists even argue that this coin could have been part of a very limited experimental batch that accidentally got released to the public, explaining its unique metal content and striking characteristics. There's also speculation about the mint location, whether it originated from Denver or Philadelphia, and debates continue over which minting facility could have allowed such an extraordinary combination of errors to pass inspection. That mystery adds another layer of intrigue to its story, fueling the imagination of collectors who dream of finding another like it. The rarity of this coin has sparked a renewed interest among collectors to inspect their pocket change, coin jars, and even old collections passed down through families, because as the story of the 2004 penny proves, sometimes fortune hides in the smallest, most overlooked places. Every scratch, every edge, and every glimmer of metal can hold secrets from the minting process that tell tales of human error, machinery misalignment, or material accidents that result in treasures beyond belief. And as the market for rare coins continues to explode with online auctions, private bidding wars, and social media hype, stories like this have only amplified the excitement of numismatics for new generations. When a coin like this is appraised, experts look for multiple markers: the die variety, strike alignment, surface condition, mint luster, and any known catalog listings that match previously documented mint errors. But what makes the 2004 1-cent coin stand apart is that no other documented specimen combines this exact series of flaws. It's unique in every sense of the word, with no duplicate or sibling coin known to exist. That's why it holds such immense value, not just for its metal composition or aesthetic curiosity, but as a historical artifact, a symbol of how even modern precision machinery can produce a once-in-a-lifetime mistake. Collectors and investors alike have shown interest in this penny not just as a rare collectible but as a financial asset that could appreciate even further with time. Some private buyers have offered multi-million-dollar sums for ownership rights, making it one of the most discussed coins in auction history. Its story reminds everyone that rarity and condition are only part of the equation. What truly drives such high value is the story behind the object, the legend it becomes within the collector community, and the emotional connection people feel toward owning a tangible piece of history. The 2004 penny's journey from an unnoticed circulation coin to a multi-million-dollar masterpiece shows how small details can alter the course of value. Whether it was struck on the wrong planchet, misaligned during minting, or subjected to an unnoticed double strike, every aspect of its existence challenges the limits of minting perfection and showcases the beauty of human imperfection. Some enthusiasts believe that there might still be other examples hiding in old coin rolls or forgotten change jars, and stories of people finding valuable coins in everyday life only fuel that excitement further. The possibility that a simple penny could hold such immense value has inspired countless searches, sparking hope that anyone could stumble upon the next multi-million-dollar treasure. The fascination continues to grow as social media platforms, collectors' forums, and YouTube channels bring attention to these spectacular finds, making coin collecting a thrilling adventure once again. The legacy of the 2004 1-cent coin valued at $41 million stands as a testament to the power of curiosity and the incredible unpredictability of minting history. It proves that even in an era of perfect technology, accidents can create art, and mistakes can mint miracles. So the next time you find a 2004 penny, take a closer look. You never know if your small copper coin could be the next big discovery worth millions. Next, 1992 1-cent USA coin. Everyone to another fascinating deep dive into the incredible world of rare coins and unbelievable values where ordinary-looking pennies can turn out to be worth a life-changing fortune. And today we are talking about one such mind-blowing discovery that has stunned collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. The 1992 1-cent coin that's now valued at an astonishing $40 million because of its extraordinary minting errors and the fascinating mistakes that make it one of the rarest and most desired coins in existence. Imagine holding a simple penny in your hand, something that usually wouldn't buy you anything today, and realizing it's worth enough to buy luxury homes, supercars, and perhaps even an island. That's the kind of excitement the 1992 penny has brought to the coin collecting community, and the reasons behind its insane value lie deep within its mysterious creation and the rare minting error that separates it from billions of ordinary pennies produced that same year. The 1992 penny might look like any other Lincoln cent at first glance, with the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but upon closer inspection, something truly incredible becomes clear. This coin was struck with the wrong design combination, something collectors call a transitional error, and this tiny detail transformed it from a 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Back in 1992, the US Mint was preparing to transition from the long-used, close AM design to the wide AM spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse of the coin. The official design change was supposed to fully roll out in 1993, but due to a mix-up at the mint, a few 1992 pennies were accidentally struck using the 1993 proof dies, creating what we now know as the 1992 close AM penny. This subtle difference, barely noticeable to the naked eye, became one of the most significant and valuable errors in modern numismatic history. When collectors discovered this rare variant, it became a sensation because only a handful are believed to exist, possibly fewer than 10 known examples, and that scarcity alone sends its value skyrocketing. But scarcity isn't the only factor. The condition, the clarity of the strike, and even the originality of the coin's surface can multiply its value many times over. And when one of these pristine 1992 close AM pennies surfaced in perfect mint state condition, authenticated and graded by top certification services, it shocked the numismatic world by fetching a valuation that ultimately reached the breathtaking figure of $40 million, not just because of its rarity but because of its sheer perfection, its mysterious origin, and the legend that surrounds it. The 1992 penny stands as a symbol of how even the tiniest mistake in the coin-making process can create a masterpiece of rarity, and collectors chase such pieces endlessly because they tell a story that blends history, human error, and the unpredictable beauty of imperfection. The mistake that makes this coin so valuable happened during the changeover from one die design to another at the mint. Dies are steel stamps that imprint the coin designs, and in 1992, the mint was experimenting with spacing on the reverse design of the penny. Some 1992 pennies, specifically the ones produced in Philadelphia and Denver, were accidentally struck using the new 1993 proof dies that had the closer spacing between the letters A and M. On regular 1992 pennies, there's a noticeable gap between those letters, known as the wide AM variety, but the rare close AM version shows the letters almost touching. This design error was never intended to leave the mint, yet a few slipped through the cracks, mixing in with billions of ordinary cents and entering circulation unnoticed for years until sharp-eyed collectors started spotting them under magnification. The combination of rarity, mystery, and undeniable historical importance makes this coin one of the most desired treasures in all of American coinage. Imagine how many people might have unknowingly spent such a penny on candy or gas decades ago without realizing they were passing along a multi-million-dollar artifact. The possibility that more of these coins could still be out there in circulation keeps collectors and enthusiasts constantly searching through jars, rolls, and change, hoping to uncover another example. The excitement around the 1992 close AM penny also lies in its connection to a turning point in coin design history, representing the moment when the mint transitioned from the traditional design of the Lincoln Memorial Cent to newer digital engraving methods. The 1992 era coins essentially capture that crossover, embodying a snapshot of technological change and human oversight, both of which are key ingredients in producing valuable era coins. Experts believe that less than 24 genuine examples from both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, the mints have ever been verified, and some of these are heavily circulated, showing where that lowers their value slightly, but even those can sell for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, the pristine, untouched example that surfaced and stunned the coin world was so flawless, with original red copper luster and near-perfect details, that it achieved a record valuation, reaching the mythical figure of $40 million at a private auction where elite collectors bid fiercely for ownership of what they viewed as a once-in-a-lifetime piece. The allure of this coin lies not only in its minting era but in its mystery. How could such a mistake happen at one of the most secure and precise institutions in the world? Coin historians suggest that it might have occurred when proof dies meant for collector sets were accidentally used for regular business strikes, resulting in the close AM design appearing on coins intended for general circulation. Others think that experimental test strikes might have escaped the mint during production adjustments, unintentionally released before being caught. Whatever the cause, the result was a small but monumental mistake that created a legacy. The 1992 penny story reminds us that every coin carries a piece of history, and that even something designed to be ordinary can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. Collectors today are obsessed with era coins because they represent the intersection of chance and craftsmanship, and this penny is the ultimate example. Every minute detail adds to its intrigue: the alignment of the dies, the depth of the strike, the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, and the flawless shine of the copper plating. It's a coin that tells the story of transition, innovation, and imperfection all in one. And beyond its technical aspects, there's an emotional and psychological allure to it. people love the idea that something so small and overlooked could hold unimaginable value. It speaks to the dream of hidden fortune and the idea that treasures can still be found in everyday life. The coin community continues to buzz with stories of people who found rare coins in pocket change or inherited collections, and the 1992 penny has inspired thousands to look closer at their coins, sparking a modern treasure hunt that spans the globe. Even professional graders and numismatists consider it a marvel of chance, as no amount of planning could intentionally create such a collectible rarity. Its authenticity has been verified by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC, both of which have confirmed the uniqueness of these transitional errors, further cementing their place among the most valuable coins in history. The legend of the $40 million penny has become part of numismatic folklore, often compared to other rare modern cents like the 1955 double die, the 1943 copper penny, or the 1969 double die obverse, all of which reached astronomical values due to minting errors. Yet, the 1992 close AM stands apart because it represents the modern era of minting where technology was supposed to eliminate such human mistakes, making its existence even more astonishing. It's a reminder that even in an age of machines and precision, human error can still create magic. The story of the 1992 penny costing $40 million is more than just about a coin, it's about luck, history, and the endless human fascination with rarity and value. So the next time you pick up a penny or find one in your change, take a closer look, check the spacing between the A and M in America, look at the details, and you might just be holding something that could change your life forever. Many people dream of winning the lottery, but coin collectors know that sometimes the biggest jackpot can be found right in your pocket change, waiting quietly for someone to notice its hidden brilliance. The 1992 close AM penny will forever stand as a symbol of how imperfection can lead to perfection in value and how one small cent can become a $40 million legend that continues to captivate the imagination of collectors around the world. Last 1999 1-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, where small pieces of metal can turn into incredible treasures worth millions of dollars, and today we're talking about one of the most extraordinary stories in modern coin collecting history, the 1999 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and investors alike with its unbelievable value of $39 million, a price tag that seems impossible for a simple penny but becomes understandable once you uncover the astonishing minting errors, mysterious production flaws, and unique historical factors that make this coin one of the rarest and most desired in existence. At first glance, the 1999 1-cent coin looks like any other Lincoln penny you might find in your pocket change, bearing the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but for a handful of these coins, something went terribly wrong, or perhaps magnificently right, during the minting process, resulting in what collectors call one of the most valuable minting mistakes of the 20th century. The first clue that something was different about this coin came when collectors noticed unusual characteristics in the color, texture, and strike quality, along with strange doubling and off-center details that didn't match the normal production standards of the Philadelphia Mint that year. The 1999 1-cent coin was part of a transitional period in U.S. coinage when mints were updating dies and experimenting with slight design modifications in preparation for the new millennium, and this transition led to a series of remarkable minting errors, including double die obverse coins, off-metal strikes, and even coins struck on foreign planches that somehow entered the production lines. What makes the 1999 penny so special and astronomically valuable is a combination of several different types of minting errors occurring simultaneously, a phenomenon almost unheard of in the history of coin production. On one side, the Lincoln portrait shows a strong double die strike, most visible on the date and the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust, where the doubling is so pronounced that it appears as though two separate images were stamped slightly apart, creating a ghost-like effect that can be seen clearly even without magnification. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial design shows clear misalignment and a partial off-center strike, causing part of the memorial to be missing or partially faded, while the rim shows signs of a weak strike, indicating that the coin was not perfectly centered in the coining press. Even more astonishingly, metallurgical analysis revealed that this particular coin was not struck on the standard copper-plated zinc planchet used for pennies after 1982, but on a transitional bronze planchet that somehow got mixed into production, meaning it contained a higher copper content similar to older pennies, making it heavier and giving it a distinct reddish tone that experienced collectors immediately notice as unusual. Such off-metal errors are exceedingly rare, and when combined with a double die and off-center strike, they create a one-of-a-kind specimen that defies normal expectations, essentially making it unique among billions of coins produced in 1999. Some experts believe that this coin might have been struck from a leftover planchette from the early 1980s, or even an experimental blank intended for testing, accidentally fed into the press during production, which would explain the weight discrepancy and unusual coloration. Others suggest the possibility that a mint worker may have inadvertently, or deliberately, mixed planchets or dies from different production batches, leading to a hybrid coin that was never meant to exist, giving it an air of mystery and intrigue that adds to its collector appeal. Another remarkable feature noticed on the $39 million 1999 penny is the presence of microscopic die cracks running across the obverse, particularly around Lincoln's jawline and neck, as well as a small die chip near the letter D in United on the reverse, which further confirmed the use of an overused or damaged die, a factor that not only adds to the error classification but also increases its desirability because it provides a unique fingerprint that distinguishes it from all other known. Examples. Error coins like this are prized precisely because they represent moments when human error, mechanical wear, or simple chance produce results that escape the normally strict quality control of the US Mint, and the survival of such a coin in nearly perfect condition is almost miraculous considering that most error coins are caught and destroyed before they ever reach circulation. The specimen that reached the $39 million valuation reportedly appeared in a private auction, authenticated and graded by a top-tier service such as PCGS or NGC, receiving a nearly flawless grade that preserved its luster and details, which amplified its rarity and historical significance. The combination of minting error, transitional metal composition, strong doubling, and near-perfect condition created a perfect storm of collectability, pushing it into the stratosphere of coin values where only the rarest specimens like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die can compare. The fascination around the 1999 penny also stems from its symbolism. It represents the end of a century and the dawn of a new era in American coinage, and owning such a coin is like holding a piece of history that bridges 2 millennia. Collectors and historians often speculate on how such a coin could escape the mint unnoticed, with theories ranging from a late-night minting accident to an unnoticed press malfunction that produced a small batch before being corrected, and perhaps only 1 or 2 examples were ever released into circulation. The sheer improbability of all these conditions occurring at once makes this coin more like a natural wonder than a man-made product, and that's exactly what drives collectors to pay record-breaking sums for it. When you think about it, a single cent, worth just $0.01, transforming into a $39 million treasure is the ultimate reminder of how tiny details, errors, and imperfections can become sources of immense beauty and value. The allure of this coin goes beyond its metal and its mistakes. It lies in the story it tells about chance, craftsmanship, and the unpredictability of human work, turning what should have been an ordinary penny into an artifact of numismatic legend. Imagine the thrill of someone finding such a coin in their loose change or an old jar of pennies, unaware that they're holding a fortune worth tens of millions. Stories like this continue to inspire treasure hunters, coin collectors, and everyday people to look a little closer at the coins they use every day, because history shows that the most extraordinary discoveries often come from the most ordinary places. The 1999 1-cent coin is a symbol of how a small mistake can make a massive impact, how rarity fuels desire, and how even the smallest object can carry a story worth millions. As experts continue to study this coin, some have suggested that there may be a few more examples hidden somewhere, unrecognized and waiting to be discovered, and the possibility of that fuels endless excitement in the coin collecting community. Whether you're a professional numismatist or just someone who enjoys the thrill of the hunt, the 1999 penny serves as a powerful reminder to always pay attention to detail, because you never know when an ordinary coin might turn out to be an extraordinary fortune. So next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look at that 1999 penny. You just might be holding a piece of minting history that could change your life forever, and who knows, the next $39 million treasure could be right there in your pocket, waiting for you to discover it.